Hey guys, I wanted to make this video to give you the best idea of what this car looks like in person. So without any further ado, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. Starting down here in the front. After the walk around, we'll go ahead and turn the car on so you can see how it sounds. And we'll go for a test drive as well. We'll work our way up around the top, paying a lot of attention to the damage on the hood. And this is going to be where the majority of the damage is. And we, after talking about it and looking at the circumstances, we believe it might have been chickens. Yeah, this is a genuine barn find with a barn full of chickens. So we think that maybe the chickens had climbed up here, maybe scratched with their nails or something, and cause this damage here. There's also a chip right here. I want to make sure we get that. It's quite a large chip too. Working our way up to the top here, you can see there's a little bit of bubbling starting there, with slightly more advanced bubbling here. There was some kind of box or a crate sitting on the roof, and you can tell from the points here and how they align on the other side as well. As for the back here, that's the rear windshield sprayer. As you can see, the louvers cover the window in such a way that the sprayer wouldn't be able to touch the glass. And the louvers are also very steep, so I don't think the chickens would have climbed up on the back of here, as possibly evidence that there is no chips or damage. Aside from this, you can see this right here. Looks like the clear coat is starting to come off here on this corner. Let's take one more look at the back of this car. Way around again. Okay, there's another little piece right here. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and take a look on the inside. This is a windshield washer fluid, an aftermarket one. See the brakes, boosters and such. A lot of these hoses have been replaced. Most of them were dry rotted. As you would imagine, sitting in a barn, a lot of items, the rubber items would have dried out, which was one of the problems that we had with the brakes. We had to replace all of the rubber brake lines from the metal lines to the calipers and such. So those are all new. You can see the shiny AC compressor down there. Yes, all of these ignition wires are new. A lot of the, I think all of the coolant lines have been replaced as well. Let's come around to the other side and take a look at this end. That would be your air cleaner, radiator, original radiator. Fuse blocks. This is going to be your courtesy light right here. And coolant overflow tank right here. Green top interstate battery. You can see this hasn't really been cleaned. You can still see some dust in there. Of course, it has been cleaned, but not recently. You can see that it has that original blue color down there. These copper lines are also going to be your AC. Again, we have no idea how to work on this, so we just left it as it is. Has a lot of new gaskets. As you can tell, there is absolutely no oil on the top end of the engine at all, or bottom end or anything. While we're here, let's go ahead and check the oil. A clean paper towel here. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. What I'll do is I'll put this paper right here, take the dipstick out, and I'll just place it right on top so we can see the color and such. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's put it back in and see where the level is exactly. And place it there. You can see that's going to be right at the full mark, or high mark. See the color. That oil actually has about 2,000 miles on it. Okay. Well, let's close this up, and actually I'll leave it open and let's start the car. Right before we start the car, let's admire the interior for a moment. All original and complete. There are no missing parts. I believe there is one broken piece actually on the other side. The seatbelt buckle right here. It works, it latches, but it's missing the other half of that clamshell right there. So it still works, but full disclosure, the radio does work, but as we know, the antenna, the automatic antenna, does not operate. Also has a car cover in the back. shock towers for the rear wheels. I've seen some cars with speakers in here. I'm sure you could put that in there. This one has a cupboard, and this one is completely empty. Datsun Z chain. Let's hop in and turn it on. So we have two keys. One of them is going to be for your doors and fuel cap, original fuel cap, uses the same key. And then your ignition is going to be this one. Oil pressure works. Voltometer works. The quartz clock, I'm not sure if that works or not actually. You can see the radio does work. Let's close this door. You can turn the chime off. Let's turn the radio on. What a terrible radio station. Let's try this again. Let's try this. So again, when we turn this on, air comes out, but it has no real temperature. I believe it does have, I believe the heater does work. Yes, it does work as we read online. Let's go ahead and check the engine, see how it sounds. We have the courtesy lights and everything, as you can see. As you can see, the engine doesn't vibrate. It also doesn't smoke. We'll check that right now. And it doesn't leak anything. Rotating pieces. Okay, let's check the tailpipe so we can get a better idea. White smoke, no blue smoke, no black smoke. Let's go on to the other side. Look underneath and everything. This car is very low. Let's go to the front. Side here as well. bolts would have been inspected, because when we replaced the bearings, when I replaced the bearings, we had to get the car aligned with an extra careful eye, examine all of the steering components, linkages. Down here as well, while we're at it. So, let's go ahead and take this on a test drive. Let's first go out to the road, and I'll take you with me. All right, so now that we're here, let's put it in drive. Drive facing the sun, so well, I'm sure it's not going to be too bad, so let's go on ahead. Oh, it's not too great actually. Right now we're going 35 miles an hour, and the road is actually a country road, so this will give you an idea of the types of rattles, any kind of sounds from the car. Let's take it out on the highway and see what it feels like at speed. So let's drive this way, away from sunlight. not very loud in here. Very loud in here at all. And this road is also a lot smoother than the other one, so any kind of rattle sounds or any other kinds of sounds are not going to be as noticeable on a smooth road as it would be on a more bumpy or rough road. Alright, well, I don't want to put too many miles on it, so we'll go ahead and turn it around and head on back. Beforehand, we can see the oil, voltages, the clock. I don't really think that clock has moved. So I'll go ahead and slow down, turn around here, and then we'll start heading on back. You can also notice how the brakes don't squeak or anything. Acceleration this time. Shifted at 3,000 RPMs. Now we're in our final gear. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any questions about this car at all, please do not hesitate to send me a message. I'd be happy to get back with you. If you want to see any kind of very specific pictures, just let me know and I can get those sent right on over to you, if not the same day, the next business day. Thanks and happy bidding.